September, and as promised, we are back. Welcome to For Riel, and welcome also to the first monthly news Moto. In case you missed it, our 2024-2025 cost of living video is out now, so please watch it if you haven't already. At For Riel, we donate the money we earn from YouTube AdSense to charities in Cambodia, and you can see the total we've donated on screen right now. This is one thing that won't be changing. It makes us very happy to be able to give something back to the Cambodian people. We regularly support Cambodian Children's Trust, Heartprint and Reach. Links to their websites are in the description of this video if you'd like to learn more about the fantastic work that they do here in Cambodia. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We also now have Buy Me a Coffee, and you can access that link in the description of our videos as well. Money received there will go towards upgrading our equipment and funding more adventures around Cambodia. Okay, now the formalities are out of the way, let's get into the news. Today is Wednesday the 4th of September, and we look at the spread of Mpox, explore major changes for temple ticketing, update you on the Gumball Rally, and as always, we'll have a few good news stories to finish off with. First up, we look at monkeypox, or as it is now referred to, Mpox, which kind of sounds like a bad K-pop band. We've received a few emails and messages from people who were very worried about it. The aim of sharing this information today is to decrease any concerns you might have about Mpox in relation to visiting Cambodia. Yes, Mpox is around, but the risk of catching it is extremely low. The World Health Organization has declared the virus a public health emergency of international concern. However, they have emphasized that Mpox is not the new COVID. Mpox illness is usually mild and people typically recover within a few weeks, so no need to cancel your holiday plans. Mpox is a viral zoonotic disease, meaning that it can spread between animals and humans. Historically, the virus was mostly in tropical rainforest areas of Central and West Africa, but has now spread to many other regions around the world. The Cambodian Ministry of Health has increased monitoring at the entrances and exits of major airports in Cambodia amid the spread of Mpox across the area. The ministry added that no cases of the new variant of Mpox have been found yet. Unlike Mpox, this is something you will want to get. Cambodia launched a new payment system to enable tourists to pay for food, drinks and other items at 3.3 million shops across Cambodia using QR codes. This means no more worrying about having small notes or exchanging money. The governor of the National Bank of Cambodia said the app will facilitate international tourist payments, contributing to boosting the tourism sector. So here's how it's going to work. On arrival, you'll install the Bakong Tourists app and use an email to create an account. You can then add funds to your account. Once funds are added, you can make payments by scanning the QR code with approximately 3.3 million merchants within Cambodia, the same as we currently do using the ABA app. This is fantastic news for everyone. In more tourist-friendly news, the government has decided to scrap the mandatory requirement of photo and nationality identification for international tourists purchasing tickets to the Angkor Wat Archaeological Park. This move will come into effect later this month. But wait, there's more. Unfortunately, reports have been a little bit confusing, but what we understand is that there will be only one ticket checkpoint into the archaeological park at the southern entrance, which is the main one used by tourists, and not at the other cardinal locations. Angkor Enterprise has also agreed to develop a card sales system using self-service machines and a mobile app to enable electronic payment. They are also looking into wrist cards, which would make it easier for tourists to carry and display their pass as required. Next year, there will be even more reforms in terms of ticket sales at the Angkor Archaeological Park, with the launch of a new pass that allows tourists to visit many temples with one ticket. We're not sure how this will work because you can currently do that with the existing ticket system, but it sounds like steps are being taken to make visiting the temples a much more pleasant and seamless experience. Of course, we will bring you more information as it becomes available. It was also noted that public toilet facilities at the more remote sites outside of the archaeological park would benefit from upgrades. An announcement about extension of the opening hours of some of the more significant temples has also been released. Angkor Wat, for example, will now close at 6 p.m. rather than 5:30. 3 of the big temples that are popular for sunset viewing, Prairap, Phnom Penh and Phnom Krom temples, will now close at 7 p.m. The other temples will open at 6 a.m. and close at 6:30 p.m. After the closing hours, tourists who are present at any of the temples will have an extra 30 minutes to make their way out of the temple. Pub Street's getting a makeover too. The director for Siem Reap Provincial Administration said authorities found issues with Pub Street's environmental ambience, such as loud noise coming from bars. Concerns about wastewater management and odours from sewage will also be addressed. Authorities will also look at things like motorcycle parking, signage, and the possibility of creating more one-way streets in the city. Pedestrian footpaths will be constructed, and authorities will not permit road blockages in the area. The Department of Social Affairs and Police will be responsible for removing beggars from the area. Moving on to a save the date, or an STD, for September. The Gumball 3000 Rally will be cruising to Cambodia from Ho Chi Minh City on September the 15th to the 17th. The first pit stop will be in Phnom Penh on the 15th, and then on to Siem Reap on the 16th. The rally will have 150 supercars, driven by 250 popular celebrities, personalities, and famous artists from around the world, who will gather at Angkor Resort in an attempt to break a Guinness World Record. We had a taste of the Gumball last weekend when around 25 supercars did a trial run to Siem Reap. Talking about dates, the Royal Government of Cambodia has announced that next year there will be 22 official public holidays, which is one less than this year. According to a sub-decree, the Khmer traditional New Year celebrations will be over 3 days next year compared to the 4 days of celebrations we enjoyed this year. Mark your calendars, the 2024 Khmer New Year celebrations will be on the 13th, 14th and 15th of April. On to some people who will not need a list of public holidays for a long time. Anti-drug police arrested 4 men and 2 women suspected of smuggling over 400 kilos of drugs to a third country. The chief of the anti-drug department stated that the group are members of an organised crime gang and received the drugs from Chinese and Myanmar drug ringleaders who remain at large. After the arrest, police seized 400 large packages of ice, ketamine and heroin weighing over 400 kilos. This year, the government has arrested 146 criminals of 6 nationalities in 78 major drug trafficking cases, and more than 5 tonnes of drugs have been confiscated. That is a staggering amount. But what is that smell? A group of Phnom Penh youths were lucky to escape serious injury when their vehicle was almost shunted in Phnom Penh's infamous Smelly River, aka Shit Creek, as it is fondly known. Sources say that a second vehicle almost shunted the 4 teens who were driving next to the canal into the smelly depths of the sewage. The driver then fled the scene, leaving the youths uninjured but needing a change of clothes. Lastly, as always, some good news to finish off with. AEA Cambodia and ActionAid Cambodia have signed a partnership agreement aiming to promote equitable access, quality and relevance of primary education for out-of-school children in nearly 109 primary schools located in Kampong Tom, Ottamianche, Pusat, Kampot and Kokong provinces. The program involves a total funding of $1.8 million, with 63% coming from ActionAid and 37% from AEA Action Education. The funding will be used for building schools in underserved locations, providing educational materials and scholarships to disadvantaged families in remote areas, and offering training for teachers and community educators. The strategy is designed to ensure that every child receives a quality education within a nurturing setting. It will also concentrate on providing technical support for educational programs to enhance the quality and effectiveness of teaching and learning, which will be achieved by forming partnerships with local schools. And in our final story for today, clean water for everyone. The Asian Development Bank has approved a significant funding package of $93.6 million in loans and grants to improve and expand climate-resilient and inclusive rural water supply, sanitation and hygiene facilities across Cambodia. The urgency of this program is underscored by the current state of water and sanitation in Cambodia. As of 2022, only 29% of the population had access to safely managed water supplies, with that figure dropping to just 20% in rural areas. The program is set to make a significant impact, reaching approximately 88,000 households across 400 villages in 50 communes over 9 provinces in Cambodia. I'll raise a cool, clear glass of water to that. And that brings us to the end of the September News Moto. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a great month, and we'll see you sooner than you think. Sorry, Bangkok Pat, for stealing your line. Bye for now.